Okay, now I created this camera, which is the camera 1, and you can rename it. And I'm gonna show you how to animate the camera. So I have my animation going down, and I added this camera, and I still see this camera because I'm not in the camera view. So whenever you switch to the camera view, you won't see your camera anymore. So I go to the panel perspective and choose the camera 1. So this is the view of the camera. This is the angle of the camera, and you can see the camera is static, so it's not moving, but the object is moving. So what I can do, I can go to different angles in order to see my camera. So like I can see it from the top view, and I can animate my camera, but at the same time see it in the camera 1, the perspective view. What I do, when you want to animate anything in Maya, you need to select that component. I do it from the outliner, and I select my camera. Right now you see it's highlighted, and what I can do, I can go, it doesn't matter which view you see what it matters is that you select the camera. I go to the first frame, and I press S in order to animate the start a keyframe. As you can see, it's like on the attribute editor. The translate, rotate, scale, all of them it's selected because I um, basically press S, which like affecting all of them at the same time. And I go to any other frame that I want. For example, this frame, I do it like 145, and I start moving my camera, or I can type the translate number here. So I can just like move it here. It gets closer to my object, and I also can like change the scale of the camera, for example, or rotation, anything. Maybe I go and change the rotation, even I move it higher. You see I'm working in different angles at the same time. No, I don't need any. So this is what I am happy with, and what I do, I press S. Let's check if the camera is moving. Yes, it is moving. And I go back to the perspective view, and let's play and see. So right now you can see it better. And so since the angle of the camera is the same angle of the animation moving, you won't see that much the animation of the ball, but at the same time both of them they have the animation. So right now I'm going to show you how to create a camera attached to a motion pad. Basically you can create any form of curve that you want and attach your camera to that curve. So the movement of your camera will follow the path of that curve. So in order to do that, so right now I have the animation. What I need to do, I need to create a curve. So right now I'm gonna like create this round curve. And I go back to the first frame, maybe even like when it is here, to 228, and I go to another view in order to see my curve better, and I'm gonna make the curve bigger so I can see it from here, which is like I'm gonna attach my camera to follow around this curve. So what I need to do, I need to create a camera. I will go create camera. You can change the size of the camera, you can anything. You can change the different attribute of the camera, for example this one, and let's go and see it from the panel perspective, camera 1. You can see the options here. You can change the angle of the view, focal length, For example, you see like if I increase the focal length, I can change the angle of the view. You can play around with these options, and then I go back to the panel perspective to see it from the perspective view, and then what I need to do, I will select the camera first. It's really important to be based on the order. First select the camera and then hold shift and the curve, and I go to the animation menu set, constraint motion pad, attach to motion pad. So what is happening right now, if you see my animation, you will see the camera is like moving around this pad. And this is happening for the whole duration of the animation that I have. So I go back to the panel, perspective, camera view, and if I play it, this is what is happening. It follows the pad at the same time I see my animation too. For example, if I make this one like 3000, so I go to window, graph editor, instead of making it really complicated for myself. And right now, if I select the camera, so for the, if you see for the translate X, I'm gonna move it and I'm gonna make it, so let's see what will happen right now. Yeah, it's like much slower, as you can see it here. So if I go back to the perspective and let's as a cone try to see other objects as well. Camera 1. Yeah, now you have better understanding of the changes. And I select the camera, I go to the camera shape, I change the angle of the view a little bit, and now if I play it, you will definitely see much better that this is slowing, moving around the scene. You can also play around with different options in the graph, in the graph editor, in order to like make it more easy in and easy out. You can do it like from here, the options that you can see. For example, if I select both of them, make it a straight, your animation will be like this from the beginning. It's like moving. If I change it to the curve, that was the difference. See, it is not moving and then slowly increase the speed. So you can work with different buttons here and options here and see how you can have a nice smooth animation. There is also an option to create camera with aim. So basically what is happening here, it creates one camera for you and one target view for you. So in general, if I change the target, as you can see here, I can just like put target on like I can place a target anywhere that I want to place it, and like change the camera, like it's like the angle is changing. So for example, my target is here, and if I press S and go back to like frame 1000, and again I still have the target here, but I move the camera, and see it from different angle, and again press this. So what is happening right now, my camera is moving, which I'm gonna go to that panel, that view from the camera, and you will see it. The camera is moving, the angle of the camera is changing, but still the target is the same. So I'm gonna like see this area, which is like a really good option for you. Like sometimes you want to have specific objects or components in your scene, and you want always your camera targets see that object and like follow that one. Even for example, if you have like animation something somewhere, and like you want your target always follow that animation. So if I go to the panel perspective, camera 1, you can see right now if I play it, I see all those 3 meshes here. Even I can just like move the aim, and you can see it follows the path. At the same time, you see your target.